So there was a woman, an American woman, who moved to Ireland, married a Jordanian man. I believe he was either Palestinian, Jordanian, and they got married. They apparently had kids, and she was killed. He killed her, strangled her, killed her, and tried to flee to Jordan. Interpol got involved. They ended up finding him, and it's made world news, international news. So we're going to react to it. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment. Follow me, Rafi the Realtor, for all of your South Florida real estate needs. And you can support the channel by going to the Buy Me a Coffee link in the pinned comment or description. Let's get into it.
The tragic case of the American mom murdered in Ireland is now turning into an international manhunt. Irish police now saying the prime suspect, who is an alleged asylum seeker, likely fled the country to Turkey within hours of killing 43-year-old Jamie Carney. A source telling the Irish Sun that, quote, Turkey is a place that is very easy to disappear from, so it was a very calculated move. He has contacts there and he's from Jordan, so it meant that he did not need a visa. There are fears that he will not be caught now. Harry Cole is the editor-at-large at The Sun. He joins us now. Good morning. Talk to us a little bit about this case and the international fascination, the tragedy of this young mother killed.
Well, first of all, yeah, may I say my sympathy to anyone that knew Jamie Carney, her family, her friends. It's an awful story. She moved to Ireland in 2021. She was found beaten and suffocated in her own home. It is. I mean, there's so many factors at play here, Emily. Not least obviously the international manhunt, Interpol, Europol. No one really, as you touched on there, sounding hugely confident they're going to be able to get this guy back. And then obviously that's before we get to the questions of what on earth he was doing in Ireland in the first place. But this is a sort of story that really does chime with a public that is ultimately utterly fed up with reading and hearing about these stories on a near daily basis. Not just in Ireland and Northern Ireland. We saw those horrific scenes in Belfast in Northern Ireland around a month ago of an attempted beheading on the streets of Belfast that led to unrest, but across the United Kingdom as well. It's day in, day out now that, again, before you even, you know, as soon as you open a newspaper or you hear a report, you just know part two of that story is going to be they are a migrant or an asylum seeker. And the statistics speak for themselves. The Centre for Migration Control, a think tank in the United Kingdom, reporting that 40% of sexual attacks in London last year were committed by a foreign national, or that Eritreans or Afghans are far more likely to be convicted for sex crimes than a British or an Irish person. So it's just a sort of crashing, awful sense of inevitability now around these stories that seem to happen on a near daily basis.
And with communities and families aghast over this, many decision makers, for some reason, continue looking the other way and pretending like it's not happened. But not our president and not our vice president. We'll play for you just a few months ago who encouraged J.D. Vance, the West, to protect their borders. Take a watch.
What you see all over the West, and it's kind of crazy, is this idea that the way to generate prosperity is to bring in millions and millions of unvetted people and drop them into your neighborhoods, and we simply reject that idea. It's okay to want to defend your culture. It's okay to want to live in a safe neighborhood. It is reasonable for the people in Western societies to want to control who comes into their country and who doesn't.
Harry, this is against the landscape of a massive surge in that migration, by the way, as you mentioned, but from thousands to almost hundreds of thousands to Ireland alone. Your final thoughts, Harry?
Well, Ireland has always made a big case of being a very open country. Its history and relationship with the United Kingdom obviously has been up and down, should we say, over the years. It's made a big play of being a very progressive place. But I think the political class are completely out of touch with the realities and life of everyday people and voters. And there's going to be a reckoning at some point. There just has to be. And one of the most frustrating things I've been reading about in this case is that already the Irish authorities, the Gardaí, the police, are saying they're being deliberately vague, I think, about some of the details in this case, because what do they say? They were worried about concerns about it being weaponized by the US far right. I mean, how can you listen to what J.D. Vance said there and consider that anything other than a healthy dose of common sense?
Because the payment being made for this, the collateral damage, are people's lives, and it's unrectifiable in that way.
Right. I mean, this is just pure common sense. The West has the suicidal empathy, and it's going to keep getting worse unless it's stopped. So Poland gets it. The United States, I hope, gets it. But, I mean, France, England, Belgium, Holland, Spain, these are countries that are really fucked. So you want to be politically correct? Might cost you. It might cost you. Leave your comments. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. You can follow me, of course, Rafi the Realtor, for your South Florida real estate needs. You can support the channel by going to the Buy Me a Coffee link in the pinned comment or description. Ladies and gents, thank you for tuning in. I hope you will tune into the next video. Peace out.